Ooh, baby. The MBTA's got themselves in deep shit today, ladies and gentlemen. So, hello everyone, it's Nick here, back in with another video. What am I here to talk about today? I'm here to talk about the latest development on the Orange Line that has just surfaced within the past 13 hours, let me just tell you. So, I actually found out about this when I was going to bed last night, surprisingly. I had opened up the Google app because I was doing something with my Gmail. I had to re-verify, and I basically used the Google app because I have two-factor authentication set up for my Google account. And after basically verifying I was signing in, it just brought me back to the Google Start page, in which I was greeted with Wild Ride, MBTA Orange Line train door stuck open while moving in blizzard conditions. And when I saw this, I'm like, is this just some kind of deep fake? This can't be fucking real, right? And lo and behold, I click on the article, I watch the video, and god damn it, it was real. And basically, that's pretty much what it is. And if you think about it, there isn't really anything about this that's too complex. It's basically what it says. An Orange Line 12 series door was stuck open while it was moving from, I can't remember which stops it was, but it was basically open for the whole majority of the ride when the train was going from one station to the next, which I'm familiar with this because this has happened on the Red Line before. I think it happened like way back in 2015 or 2016. I'd have to fact check that to be completely 100% sure, but this has happened before. And quite honestly, am I surprised that this happened? No, I am not. The 12 series are 42 years old, as they said in the article. And basically, it means that shit's gonna fail. And as you've seen for the past decade and a half, the 12 series have failed a lot. Not just mechanical problems, a whole bunch of shit. Like, over the summer when I was working as a transit ambassador, I was traveling from downtown crossing to State Street to do one of my positions, and one of the air conditionings in one of the cars just flat out died. It was like a fucking oven in there, let me just tell you. And so I basically just called up my supervisor, and they took the car out of service. So shit like this happens a lot, but it's very rare whenever something like this happens, because it's just so crazy. So now, am I even surprised that this happened? No, I am not in the slightest. Why? Because, well, the 12 series are fucking old. They are old-ass cars. They're from the 1980s, if you think about it. And actually, the design and manufacturer had actually even started manufacturing them from 1979, if you think about it. So these cars are fucking ancient, if you think about it. So, they're pretty fucking old. And I was not surprised at all that this happened. Now, the explanation as to why this happened, I would say I'll take it as you will. I, for one, am taking it with a grain of salt, given that the circumstances in which the door was left open are questionable, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna say anything further, and we're just gonna watch the video together now, shall we? Alright, so I found this on the WCVB News Center 5 official news page, and I trust this because it's the source of where I get my news for everything Boston, and I've trusted them for several years, so this is a credible source. But basically, they give a whole recap of what the video says, but we'll just watch it right now.
The MBTA has taken that car out of service after its door stayed wide open while it was moving. Passengers shot this video of a door wide open as an MBTA train speeds down the tracks.
It reminded me of jumping out of airplanes, so, you know.
Okay, first off, I don't know what the fuck connection that was. How could you compare a train door staying open compared to jumping out of an airplane? Those are two completely different scenarios. I just wanted to get that off. I just wanted to get that out there, alright? Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now.
A little dangerous.
Former paratrooper Michael Liu says he felt safe, but he feared for other passengers.
Now, look at this. That door is stuck open, and that shit's not budging anytime soon. But really, the one thing that I am very confused about personally is that how would the driver, or how would if the operator not known that the door would have closed? Because if you haven't paid attention to those various MBTA trains, they have lights on the side of the cars that basically stay on whenever the doors are open. And whenever the door is shut completely and latched shut with locking mechanism, the light turns off, indicating that it's okay to shut the window and continue moving the train. Now, if this were the scenario, how would have the operator have let this go completely unnoticed? Because the light would not have turned off. It would have stayed on because that door would have technically failed and would not have closed. Therefore, there would be no signal to start the train and continue going. Also, there are security cameras that the operators can use to see down the platform, because they installed those a while ago, and they use them for that specific reason, for making sure everyone is in and there's no one obstructing the doors. And if you can see those cameras, how could have the operator missed this? I mean, like, it's wide fucking open if you think about it. So, that's what I'm confused about personally.
Another gentleman who was a little bit disorderly, and then he was kind of moving around the train car, and I was actually pretty worried about him falling out.
He says it happened during the blizzard Saturday on the orange line between Malden and Sullivan Square.
Not until Sullivan Station did they try to push on the door, pry on the door, remove ice from the channels, and it just...
Wait, what? I just had a bit of a realization here. Did they say from Malden Center to Sullivan Square? Hold on, I gotta look at this again. Okay. If it happened all the way from Malden Center all the way to Sullivan Square, that's a really fucking long time before anything had been done about it. Mind you, Malden Center is the second stop away from Oak Grove, which is one of the terminal points, and Sullivan Square is past Assembly. That means the train went through Wellington, Assembly, and then to Sullivan Square before anybody noticed it. Now, I find that completely fucking mind-boggling because, for one, how would have anyone have not noticed this? And number two, I can't even comprehend how no one noticed this. It would seem like high beams on. Like, seriously. I don't understand how anyone would have not noticed this. So, what are my final thoughts on this? Well, I kind of saw this coming, and also, I have a few theories as to how exactly this door stayed open. Now, for one thing that they explained in the video that I did not show you guys, was that the MBTA basically said the primary cause for it was ice buildup on the door tracks that it slides on to close, or basically close in the right position. Now, if I am corrected, the Orange Line 1200 doors are pneumatic powered, which basically means they're powered by air. And, well, I don't know how heavy this door is, or what speed it actually closes at, or how powerful it is to break ice, but I have a really fucking hard time believing that ice, like a little fractions of ice, got in the way of a giant pneumatic door from closing. I just have a hard time fucking believing that, okay? You might disagree with me. That's just my opinion, okay? I just have a really hard time believing it, given that those doors can slide pretty violently sometimes. So, just take it as you will, basically. And also, another thing is that this basically just shows that these cars, they gotta go, because, well, they're basically a rolling death trap at this point. If this were to happen a lot more often, I'm sure the T would just completely have just suspended Orange Line service altogether. If the new shipment of cars was not in the current state that it is in right now, and like scenarios like this were happening on the daily, I'm sure the Orange Line would be in a much worse place than it is right now. But however, that being said, that car's been pulled out of service, and things seem to be going smooth right now. For now, I'll say. And basically that's it for this video. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to see more commentary/reaction content from me, go ahead and say in the comments below. And also, leave a like if you want to. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.